With international friendlies now over with, we need to look at Chelsea tactics and how Enzo Maresca can utilize Enzo Fernandez, because what we saw with what he was able to do with Argentina, this is something that he may want to look at for unlocking this player, with also having Caicedo play, Palmer as a 10, Neto on the wing, and Madueke out on the right side. Now granted, this could be Jadon Sancho, this could be Mudryk, we could have different players, and obviously Jackson as our number 9. Now, when we do look at this tactic, you're probably thinking there's no way we can do this. But the fact is, we've seen other teams do this. Argentina kind of does this. And therefore, again, this is something that could be utilized to unlock different teams depending on how they play. Now, first off, where Enzo Maresca or Enzo Fernandez needs to sit is a little bit deeper. We all know this because he's a better long ball player. When he has time on the ball, he's able to make these changes. Now, Cancelo obviously will move into this position. So you're probably thinking, well, there is huge room now out in this area. Well, exactly. This is where Gusto and Cucurella will move up into this position. Fofana and Colwell will actually split, and Enzo Fernandez will sit in this position. This almost looks identical to what Liverpool did with Steven Gerrard later in his career, and it was something that did work very, very well, because now if you look at this, we have a 3-3-3-1, and this actually does make sense when you're looking defensive-wise, because Cucurella, Gusto can definitely come in here into the inside. They can obviously hold it outside here as well. Caicedo can carry this entire area. Now, granted, that is a lot of running space, and it might be more difficult because maybe teams do overload that midfield. But that being said, Fernandez can always move up into this position if we do have to defend. Obviously, Colwell and Fofana can move in this area. These guys can drop back. We see players dropping back like this, and therefore, again, we can be very compressed when we actually are defending in our own half. But that being said, looking at the attack again here, if we actually spread these guys back out, can say I'm moving up, and these guys moving here, and these guys split. If Fernandez is able to get the ball here, this does give outlets for Sanchez to play the ball quickly to him off a goal kick, or again, we can split these guys, where we have seen this time and time again now with goal kicks. We're really just seeing short passes being made, but because of this, just a quick break from the tactics, I do want to talk about the book I've recently written, Dominate the Pitch, which can help any player become a better player, the secret formula. If you have Kindle, this is totally free. Otherwise, it is $15.99. I greatly appreciate if you do check it out. It does help support this channel. Again, go to Amazon.com. There will be a link down below to check out this book. Fernandez is going to have a lot more time on the ball, because when he is higher up the pitch, he is being swarmed by other opponents. And again, it makes more sense. You have the midfield here, you have defenders, you even have forwards dropping back. When you're sitting this far back, really there's only going to be forwards putting pressure on him. And like I said, depending on where we are in the game, this could be a time where, again, there's no one actually on him. And therefore, again, this gives him time to adjust where he wants to play the ball. So whether he wants to play a long ball over to Madueke, out to Neto, or again, he can be playing balls this way, or if he needs to, he can carry the ball as well into this position, and again, play it around where he wants to. This by itself, again, gives him the creativity that we have seen this player have as a player. He's done it for Argentina. He's done it at other clubs. We haven't been able to see it at Chelsea, because when we look at this player, typically he's been trying to be playing as a number 10. He's not very good at number 10, as we've seen. Yes, he can still play the balls, but when he doesn't have enough time, he does need that split second extra to really calculate where he wants to play the ball, and this is exactly where he'll get that. And like I said, he has the freedom to now play in this positions. Now, yes, you could argue that this is an opportunity for Chelsea to lose the ball quickly and have a quick counterattack. That is always issue you're going to have no matter what tactics you do here. But like I said, if he's able to see where players are, we can actually have players come into this area and again, spread players out wide if we need to, and again, have players move around for the most part. This actually gives us the fluidity with all these players that can definitely move throughout the pitch, which if you're thinking tactic wise from the opponent's side, they will not know how to defend this, because there are going to be so many different key players that can actually move around in this position. We've seen Gusto go up. We've seen Cucurella go up. We've seen Madueke come back and defend. We've seen Palmer sit in this 10 area, who again can be very creative. We've even seen Jackson play more defensively on this side. So again, there are different players that can move around. Now, like I said, Look at Enzo Maresca. He's probably going to see this and be like, why would we ever do this? This is just an option, and I think it is an option that may be utilized at some point in this season because, like I said, both these guys, Fofana and Colwell, are very capable of moving up to the pitch. So again, if we are actually moving up higher and putting more pressure into this area, think about this. We have guys doing this for the most part. Actually, let me switch this here. So we're almost doing 5 here. And then these guys can push here and Gusto kind of sitting here. This is how we'd actually defend or attack in their half. So therefore, again, we can move the ball around quite a bit if we need to, eventually finding that open pocket for Jackson to score a goal or whoever it actually is. But like I said, there are options for us to, again, continue attacking and different avenues to actually attack. Whereas sometimes it seems like we can only go to the wing and then try to whip the ball in. This will give us other opportunities to actually go down the middle of the pitch, which if you have not seen, there are statistics on this. This right here is the prime area to actually score goals when you're playing the ball in these areas. Now, granted, like I said, you can still score from the outside, but if you are trying to have a higher probability, you want to keep the ball more in the middle of the pitch to, again, find those little pockets, which we have players that can do that. And once we do that, we just have to rely on our strikers or attacking players to find the back net. And this season, they've been doing quite well with that. So hopefully this isn't a curse on them. But like I said, this is an option for Enzo Maresca to utilize Enzo Fernandez in a different position, but also, again, keep our attacking style with, again, high velocity, players out in the wings because they will still be spread out to have those one-on-one opportunities if they need to, and therefore, again, this could be something that Enzo Maresca could utilize at Chelsea. If you did enjoy this video, I greatly appreciate it. You do hit the like button, subscribe down below. I also have a link to the book I wrote, Dominate the Pitch. Again, I highly recommend it to anyone that's trying to become a better player. Check it out. It's on Amazon. You can get it for free for the Kindle. Otherwise, it's $19.99. But again, you can get it for free with the Kindle. So that is all I have for you in this video. If you did enjoy it, again, hit the like, subscribe button. I thank you, and I'll see you next time.